Hello guys, what's up? Ali here, and today I'm going to be showing you what I use to record video games with on my computer, on my PC, my Windows 7 machine that I am using. I don't know why I had to use all those different names, but anyway, I use Dxtory for recording PC gameplay, which I play most of my games on Steam. If you don't know what Steam is, well, you should freaking know, because it's where most people that play video games on the computer or even the Mac. Really, if you play games on a Mac, you're probably going to be playing them on Steam, even though they don't have a ton of games for Mac, because, I don't know, people just don't play games on Macs, I guess. I mean, they don't play it, and then they don't make them for it, because no one plays it. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys my settings for it, and real quick, I'm going to say why, also. I use Dxtory as opposed to Fraps or Bandicam. I've never used Bandicam. I'm just going to say as opposed to Fraps, or I'm recording this right now with Camtasia. I just use that for screen recording. You can use Camtasia if you want. I think Camtasia works fine. So you can do that too, but I like Dxtory a lot, and I'll jump into why. Okay, this stuff doesn't matter. This right here, you can have your overlays for your FPS counter. And I have mine set to, it'll show the FPS, and whenever it's recording, it's green, and then, or not recording, it's green, and then it changes to red whenever it is recording. It's nice and convenient. Now here's where you customize your folders and stuff, and then you can benchmark your write speed and see how fast it's gonna write your video files. So if it's really, really low, you might want to invest in a better hard drive or record to a separate hard drive, which I need to do eventually once I start recording bigger file sizes. Eventually I want to record in 1080p, but right now I do 720, and 720 works fine. Now the thing with write speeds is you need to have a good write speed, and if your game is really, really intense, and if it's a huge size, like if you're recording in 1080p, your computer has to read the files off of the same hard drive in 1080p, so it also has to read it and write it at the same time. So if you're playing a game in 720p and you're recording in 720p, it's writing a little bit and reading a little bit, whereas it'd be writing and reading a lot, not just recording a lot and then not reading or reading the same amount. No, it's going to be reading more if you increase the file size it's going through. Which this is really nice. Fraps doesn't give you that, unfortunately. Fraps isn't that customizable. That's one reason why I don't really like it. And then right here you have your hotkeys and stuff. I have mine on F12. I don't ever use screenshots with it. I just use it for recording pretty much. Video codecs. You can use custom video codecs. You got tons of different ones. I just like the default one. I put it on medium quality. Medium quality looks alright. I compress it. You definitely want to. True looks amazing. Medium quality looks really good still. Looks about as good as Fraps. Low probably looks as good as Fraps, honestly, but I like having mine look a little better without ridiculous file sizes. That's the bad thing about Fraps, or Fraps, I'm getting them confused, I'm sorry. Dxtory. The bad thing about Dxtory is the file sizes are very large, and even if you compress them, which is, it sucks, but it's because the quality is better, and that equals larger file sizes. I mean, it has to be that way. There's no magical way to have it small and look good. So that's unfortunate if you don't have a lot of space to write on. It does take up quite a bit. You can use different codecs that kind of compress them even more and still make them look okay. And go ahead and do that. I have mine on file output as AVI. Direct show is if you want to you can live stream with it, and it outputs it directly as opposed to recording it then. I have my frames at 30 because YouTube caps everything at 30. If I record in 60 and I put it to YouTube, it's still going to look like 30, so it doesn't matter. I don't include a mouse cursor because why would I do that? That would defeat the purpose of having the game up there, then make it look weird. Scaling. What you can do is you can have a percentage for the size you want to record in. So if you're playing in 1080p, you can change this to 1280 by 720 and record in 720p while playing in 1080p, or something like that, which is pretty cool. Personally, I just do it in 100% because I play in 720p. I'll do a little windowed and I'll play like that normally. And sometimes I'll record in my native resolution and full screen, and then I'll just change it in my video editor. So if you have a nice video editor, you should be able to change it. Now, next up, we have the audio settings. This is what I really, really love about Dxtory. Now, whenever you're recording an AVI, I know with AVI, I'm not sure about RawCap. Whenever you're recording an AVI, what you can do is have audio channels. So my first audio channel is my microphone. No, it's my speakers. It's my speakers. And the second one's my microphone. So what I can do is once it makes the file, I can right-click it and hit Extract Audio, I believe it is, and it'll make two different audio channels. So one, it'll give me an audio file. Say I recorded an hour, it'd give me one that's an hour of my speakers and one that's an hour of my mic, so I can mess with the volumes in case something's too loud. If I was using Fraps, I can't do that, so if my game volume's too loud, I have to scrap everything and be like, oh, okay, well, that's fantastic. I didn't know it was going to be so loud and ruin the video for an hour. Next to screenshot, I don't care about screenshots. If you guys do, you can have the quality up to 100 is what you're going to want. You're going to want to have nice pictures whenever you do that, and there you go. That's how you can screen cap stuff. Capture, start whenever detected. If you want to record right whenever something starts up, I wouldn't do that. I don't use any of these, but you can do this. This apparently is supposed to help the GPU load. So if you have like a killer processor and not that great of a graphics card, and you want to be able to play the game better because the game will run more off of your GPU, and this might by default have like GPU boost, you could go ahead and do that and get it to try and like help it out. And you can have more threads to it too. I have 6 threads on my computer, so I could give it 6. There's no way I'm going to give it all 6 of it though, because then I'm not going to be able to hardly do anything else. You can limit your FPS if you wanted to do that. For whatever reason, I guess maybe if you were like recording in the native FPS, but it doesn't even have that for this. I think with different codecs it's different though. Let me try this. Look, you can use Fraps codec. If you like Fraps file size, there you go. You have it, and you have all the options of Dxtory, which is pretty sweet. You can check for updates. Of course, that's an easy thing. And I guess that's about it with my Dxtory settings. I don't like Fraps as much because you can't customize the audio is the big thing for me. That's really about it. I don't like that you can't do that. The codecs are nice on here, but I don't have to have that. I can use Fraps codec. Fraps has a benchmarking thing. I like that, so I still have Fraps just for benchmarks. Whenever I test my games out and be like, oh, hey, this is the minimum, this is the maximum, and this is the average. Hey, guys, this is how good they are and stuff. So, that's cool. But, I mean, that's really the only big things with the differences. I like Dxtory a lot. I find that configuring the audio individually is really, really good. You guys don't have to want that or anything. I mean, that's cool if you want to use Fraps, but I personally like going ahead and being able to do it afterwards. Whereas with Fraps, you normally need to mess with the game sound before it, and then the game sound could change. So you're kind of out of luck there. Maybe. Hopefully you aren't. Hopefully you're smart and you turn it way down. But you don't want it too low, because then it doesn't sound very good. Anyway, that's my Dxtory settings and what I record with. So now you guys know, if any of you guys were wondering. And now you can make YouTube videos for video games if you want. I mean, you could use Fraps anyway, but now you know the best way to do... No, I'm just kidding. This is what I find to be the best. You can do whatever. Anyway, I hope it helps somebody out. Feel free to leave a like. If you need any help with Dxtory, feel free to leave a comment below. I can try and help you out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. And I guess that's probably it. I'll be seeing you guys. Bye.